Hello the YouTubes, Ash back once again with the second part of my Depressed Dad series. Start again with a disclaimer, I was depressed before I became a dad. I am not depressed because I'm a dad. How could I be? Look at him! So here is the little man, this is Harvey, dressed up like a giraffe. He's too cute, isn't he? I can say that now because he's asleep and he's not shrieking the house down. He's just being fed, he's just about to get a bath because he stinks. But I thought I'd bring him in on this one, well, why not? So, week 2 hasn't been all sweetness and light like week 1 was, if I'm being completely honest. Not all this little man's fault. Although, Tuesday night, my God. Tuesday night was without doubt one of, if not the worst nights I've ever had. I think it's fair to say that both Becca and me almost reached our breaking points somewhere about 3 o'clock in the morning on Tuesday night. He was up all night, screaming, screeching and squealing, and there was nothing we could do to shut him up. And it was awful, and it was horrible. Luckily, Wednesday we had the midwife and the health visitor around who come out for their scheduled appointments. So we were able to fire them a lot of questions, get a lot of advice, a lot of tips, a lot of help. We went and changed everything. We changed the formula he's on, the bottles he uses, the angle of his cot. We even stopped picking him up so much during the day, and all of that. Oh, we started using Infocall as well, which Becca was reluctant to do because we'd heard a lot of stories of babies throwing it back up, like bringing all of their food back with it. So we're kind of reluctant to use that. Fortunately, he's taken to it like a duck to water, keeps it down every time, and the combination of all this stuff has helped massively. Which is just as well, because I don't think we could have handled 2 nights like that in a row. Having one every other night is not so bad, which we're kind of having. Nothing ever as bad as Tuesday, but we've had a couple of rough nights and a couple of smooth nights. I went out yesterday with my dad and my cousin and wet the baby's heat, and came home about midnight and he was fast asleep and never disturbed me again all night. I think he woke up for a 3 o'clock feed and then went back down till about 7, which I have to thank him for that, because you could be doing with that noise with a hangover. Hey, are you going to wake up and show everyone your eyes? Oh yeah. No. Are you just laughing at Daddy's hangover? Oh, you stink. Oh, look at his grumpy face. Oh, he's not happy. Oh, he's not happy. I haven't got a clue where I was up to there. Just had a little bit of a chew for 5 minutes. Yeah, the sleeping thing. It's going better, without a shadow of a doubt, which has definitely helped. So massive thanks to the health visitor who gave us plenty of advice. The only problem was having to try different formulas. They don't seem to do just little pots that you can have and try them out. You have to buy the big massive tubs, and they're a tenner a shot. Spent 30 quid this week on formula and he's not going to use 20 quid's worth of it, so it's a bit of a ball ache, but he's worth it, you know. Trial and error. I would have bought another 5 if it meant finding a way to help him sleep at night, to be quite honest. Other than that, got a bit of crap news this week, which I can't talk about yet, because it affects other people, and I know other people may not be privy to everything, or may not want me to talk about it just yet, so I'll save that for the next video. But that happened on Wednesday, so after Tuesday, after that night, and then to get crap news on the Wednesday, Wednesday just sucked. Sucked. Positive is that I haven't gone down into a depression spiral. I'm still hanging on in, I'm still feeling good. I think it's just this. It's really hard to be depressed when you've got this to look at and cuddle. Like I say, I went out yesterday with my dad and my cousin. Went out at 2:30 in the afternoon, came home at midnight. And that's the longest I've been away from him. That kind of sucks. I didn't like it. Which makes us think that I wouldn't be ready to go back to work anyway. Still not sure what's happening on that front. I don't know how dads do it, 2 weeks paternity leave. It's not enough. I've had 2 weeks with him. And I don't want to be away from him. Even when he is shrieking the house down and keeping me awake all night. In fact, that's another reason why I couldn't go back to work. Because I couldn't go back on no sleep, then have to go to work. That's when I would hit the depression, because one of the big triggers for me is a lack of sleep, which is why I'm absolutely amazed that it hasn't happened yet. And long may it continue. Like I say, hopefully looking at this little mush's face will keep my head above water. He snores like his dad. So yeah, keep my head above water. Crap news. That's about it. Really, it's been a pretty straightforward week, other than the sleep thing and almost hitting the wall during the night. But yeah, not physically hitting the wall, I mean just hitting the depression wall. Like I said, we managed to avoid it. I think Becca's still hanging on in there. Can't ask for much more, really. Can't ask for anything better. Massive shout out to everybody who's bought him stuff. He's been utterly spoiled. We've got some amazing clobber and quality little rubber duck, which is going to lead to a collection. So thank you for that, Kate. You should have known we couldn't just have one. So yeah, massive thanks. Everyone's been brilliant. I love it. I love it. He loves it. He loves life. No new son. He loves food and sleep. It's been great, and I've had a lot of positive feedback on week 1, so thank you very much. You can't see that on YouTube because it was all on Facebook, Twitter, and via text. So if you could comment on YouTube on the videos and let me know what you think, that would be ideal. And then it's all in one place and I can see it. Here is another little collection of this week's photos. I've consciously tried not to take so many this week and post them onto Facebook because I think a week's worth is enough. I know people start to get bored after day 1, to be quite honest, but I can't help it. I just can't help snapping photos of the little dude. And I think that's going to wrap it for me this week. Not a great deal going on, not a lot to talk about because I can't. Hopefully next time I can fill you in a bit more on the crapness that was Wednesday. And we'll see how miraculous it is that I'm still, I was going to say smiling, but I don't smile. So yes, again, if you have liked this video, if you're liking this series, please do let me know in the comments below on YouTube, preferably if you can. If not, Facebook, Twitter, whatever. All that is in the description below. And like and subscribe and all that malarkey, and tell your friends, tell your family, but don't tell me mum. And I will see you next time. Maybe with this little fella again if he behaves himself. I don't think he's done too bad. I'll see you later.